it was recording this way the whole time. I didn't even know it. This video's gonna, whatever.
Contrary, doing it different.
A lot of mistakes in this video. Use my shotgun mic. All right. So, on Friday, November 22nd, I had to go. I'm like looking at the microphone. So on Friday the 22nd, I had to go to North Hollywood to deliver some stuff. And then I had to go to our Broadway office to deliver some cases as well. I had to deliver a check up in North Hollywood. I had to deliver a case down in downtown Los Angeles. So it was about 12 o'clock when I left North Hollywood. And so going south on the 5 freeway, I believe, I had to merge on to the 110 east or something. I don't really know. Or south. Maybe I was on the 5 going on to the 110, or 110 going on to the 5. I don't know. I'm not really in that area very often, so I don't really know the freeways that well and the direction. Well, I know the 5 goes north and south. The 110, I think, goes north and south as well. So I don't know how that works. So I don't know what freeway I was going on to. So anyways, hopefully can share 2 stories. Shoot. Okay, so I'm on the 5. Let's just say I'm on the 5 traveling, merging onto the 110. I'm on the 5 merging onto the 110, and then there's 2 lanes that can do it. One lane is you can only go merge on. The other lane is you can merge on and you can stay on as well. You know what I'm talking about? Like there's one lane where you can't do anything but go straight. There's one lane where you can go straight but also like merge on. So anyways, I'm in the lane that you can go straight and then merge on. And then like the road's going like this, and then we're turning like this. This car next to me, like directly next to me, like I didn't even notice the car until like as I'm going like this, the car is still going straight. I'm like, what are you doing? Like I start honking my horn, like hello, like turn with the road. And since the person is in that lane, I'm thinking like, why are they going straight? Like, what are they doing? Well, turns out this person wanted to get into, switch lanes into my lane. Hi, everyone. Come into my lane because that person didn't know that they had to, or I guess that they had to stay on the freeway that we were on. And I was trying to merge on to the new freeway. So this person wasn't prepared, I don't know. I don't even know where they came from, but hi guys. But either way, like the person was like getting pissed off at me. I say the person because I don't really know if it was a boy or girl or a man or a woman. So she's like honking back at me, getting pissed off at me and flipping me off, as if it was my fault that they were stuck in this position in the first place. I'm like, it's not my fault. I didn't even see you until you started to come into my lane and like almost hit me. I'm surprised she didn't hit me. But either way, so I was pissed off. But as pissed off as I was, I did something that I did at another. So once I got to downtown Los Angeles, I went back to West Covina where I work, and but I usually, sometimes I stop off at church just to kind of pray and stuff for a little bit. And I was so I was at church, and I was walking to the back of the church because I like to sit in the back, in the way back. I used to sit in the front, but does it really matter if you're in the back or the front? So I walked all the way to the back, and as I was walking, like there was just, I saw like his business card on the floor. I was like, okay, business card. So I picked up the business card, put it on like this shelf, because I know that around 1 o'clock, or 1 or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, the custodian comes by and cleans out the church and everything like that. So I put it on the shelf for him to pick up. And then I kept walking, and then I slowly just saw like a water bottle, and then I saw Kleenexes, and then I saw like more little flyer cards and like it was just trash everywhere, every aisle, on the floor, water bottles, tissues, and I was like, this is freaking disgusting. And I was like, I can't not do anything about this right now, because like, how can I pray in peace when there's chaos going on in the church? So, and I should have known, well, I guess when I originally walked into the church, I saw like a Starbucks and another water bottle. And already I was thinking like, people just leaving their stuff around. I don't get why there's can't put it in a trash can. So anyways, I went aisle to aisle, and I picked up all the trash, except for, there's an aisle, and there's like a small section, and then there's a small section over here. I didn't pick up the trash in the small section. I walked past the small section on my way out, and then there was a ton of trash there too. But the custodian was there by the time I got there, so I didn't pick it up. Either way, the point of this story was, I was just thinking how irresponsible we are as people. From traffic to church, like we are just so irresponsible, and we don't take ownership for anything that is ours. I don't know how far this extends. I haven't really looked into like minute details, but like just from people not being where they need to be at. Like, okay, you're not in your right lane. Whose fault is that? That's your fault. That's not my fault. Why are you getting mad at me and flipping me off? Like, that's not my fault at all. That's your fault. And then like taking responsibility for where you are in your life at this moment in time, and just in general. Like, take responsibility for it. All the mistakes, the crappy situation you're in, at a certain point, you got to take responsibility. I know we all grow up in different circumstances, but our circumstances don't define us, and they shouldn't keep us where we are. If we want to pursue something better, work towards something better. And if you don't, and if you live your life in a crappy situation, that's your fault. And then we can't even take responsibility for like just the little things in our possession, like the water bottles, the tissue that's ours. The things that we're handed, I get like, I didn't want this flyer, but now it's in my possession, I should be throwing it away. Or else when you leave the trash and crap around, throw it on the floor when you're in public, like now you're just making things ugly. And I would almost say like that's a reflection of your own ugliness inside. Like you must have a bunch of trash within yourself that you haven't cleaned out. So anyways, that's my rant. I don't know if I'm irritated, but either way, in either case, after that person flipped me off and whatever, I prayed for that person. It's because I realize they're not in the proper position, the proper disposition that they need to be in. And that's sad. And as I was picking up all the trash, I was praying for all the people who it belonged to. Because again, not in the proper disposition, not taking ownership. If we can all just take ownership of our crap, of our you know what I'm saying? Things would be better. But anyways, don't subscribe. Comment though. I kind of want to hear your thoughts. But anyways, see See ya tomorrow.